Hi, my name is Max Hansen. I'm one of the managing directors at Accruit, headquartered out of Denver, Colorado, but I've been doing exchanges all over the United States for the last 30 plus years. During that period of time, and for the last 40 years, I've been a practicing attorney, and so was involved a lot with other clients that were doing estate planning and those types of things, business planning. And one of the things that I find interesting about doing 1031 exchanges is that there's also an aspect of it that tends to interface with what somebody's estate plans are and how they're trying to leave something for their family and for others that are dear to them. One of the things about 1031 exchanges that you'll find is that it's a tax deferral tool. It's a way that people can continue to reinvest in property and not end up paying the capital gains tax as long as they do the transaction properly. It's also a way that people can build and preserve wealth. And that's one of the things that people are doing when they're doing estate planning, is they're building and preserving wealth too, and they're figuring out ways that they can pass that property on to the others in their family or other people that they would like to leave their assets to. So one of the things that I've always stressed when dealing with clients when we're doing exchanges is that I like the team approach. It's really important for them to have their CPAs on board, their attorneys and other tax advisors and investment advisors, because what we're doing in the 1031 exchange realm will definitely impact what's going on with their estate plan or their business plans. One of the things that I've noticed too is that there are certain things that happen as part of 1031 exchanges with regard to the taxpayer's long-term investment goals. So one of the things that they're doing in many instances is figuring out ways that they're going to redeploy assets. They may be exchanging out of farmland or other agricultural land, and for the first time in their lives exchanging into office property or other types of commercial property, oil and gas, mineral rights, other types of real estate interests. And this is a great opportunity for people that have worked a business of some kind, whether it's Main Street business or agricultural business, and they have the opportunity now, because their children are not interested in that same business, that they're going to have to find another way, if they're selling that business property, to acquire property that's going to provide an income stream to them, and then provide them with an asset they're going to be able to pass on to the next generation. And that's all part of estate planning too. So that's why the team approach is so important. The other thing that a lot of people are concerned about is if they're doing an exchange, they're going to end up at some point in time leaving property they've acquired in exchange to the next generation. And that next generation is going to get what's called a step up in basis to fair market value at the time of that predecessor's death. So at that point in time, the successor in interest, or the person that received that property from their parent or whoever that was a part of a series of exchanges, could end up very easily selling the property and not having any capital gain, or having a much reduced capital gain. And that's another part of the estate planning process. So if you have questions about 1031 exchanges and how it might affect your estate plan, it's really important to contact somebody like Accruit who understands this, have people on board, but more importantly, people on board who are willing to work with the taxpayers and an entire team of CPAs, tax advisors, and attorneys to do the right thing. Thanks a lot for listening.